Workplace warfare, women against women, moms against childless women. For mothers in the workplace, it's death by 1,000 cuts, and sometimes it's other women holding the knives. That is such a powerful statement. And an excerpt from the op-ed piece, "I'm Sorry to All the Mothers I Worked With," that was featured in Fortune. It was written by Catherine Zaleski. It's really an eye-opening look at how women are treated in the workplace, whether they are moms or whether they are not. And we have Catherine with us here. Catherine, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thanks for having me.
This is such a candid piece, and I know that you were so honest about it. What were your biggest misconceptions about moms and working, do you think, before this?
Well, I think a lot of it had to do with sort of valuing moms based on the time that they could actually sit in office chairs versus the work that they were doing. And so that was my biggest misconception. I mean, I've worked with incredibly productive women, one of which, who I talk about in the piece, who now works with Power to Fly. She's our executive editor, who's, doing so many amazing things for us from her home in New Jersey with her 3 kids. So, it's about output, not hours spent at a desk.
Right. And tell me about, I know you've got this organization now, you've got this company that's helping place moms in positions that allow them to balance better.
Yeah. Power to Fly. So, we have moms from all over the world, a huge amount of them here in the U.S., that are essentially able to continue their careers. You're seeing big dropout rates in this country because moms are being told that they have to sit in the office.
Yeah.
But we're essentially creating a third way where we're saying, women are incredibly valuable. They're a huge, huge part of the workforce, 1 billion in the next 10 years. 80% of them are going to become mothers by the time they're 44. I mean, we have to change the nature of work, essentially, to continue having women there.
One of the things I appreciated so much in your article was how revealing you are. You had this list of infractions that you say you committed, and you said, quote, "I didn't agree when another female editor said we should hurry up and fire another woman before she got pregnant." So I read that, and I asked an attorney, I said, "Isn't that illegal?" And he said, yes, there could have been a lawsuit brought. Did you realize when you were in that environment that, not only were they obviously discriminatory, some of these conversations, and biased, but that they could be illegal?
Well, first of all, let's make something clear here. That was a conversation. I'm not going to defend, not going to get into sort of the details there on legality. I'm not sure. I'm just talking about these were tons of conversations that I overheard, and frankly, it's just the list is endless. And yes, of course, and there are protections for women. That there should be more protections for women, but
But that's what I appreciated about it, is that you said it. You said, because I think people know that these conversations go on, but nobody admits it and nobody understands, where they're coming from. So with that said, I'm just wondering, how do you think? Because the other thing you said that was so striking to me was from mothers in the workplace, it's death by 1,000 cuts, and sometimes it's women holding the knives. How do we change that? How do we get women to stand up for each other?
Well, I think we start paying attention to the value that women bring in the workplace, and we start lauding it. And we also, as women, when we hear things, I should have spoken up. A lot of my acts were very silent. Women need other women. When they hear something, they should say, "Yeah, I heard that. That's terrible." Or, "I can't believe that, or, "No, you don't need to go to drinks at 5 o'clock, tonight with us. Let's go to lunch." We need to start understanding that essentially, we can work remotely. We can be just as productive now than ever before. And there's more highly educated women in the workforce. So, just not being silent. I think that was my biggest crime, was silence in a lot of ways.
Well, Catherine, it is a great piece. I encourage everybody to read it in Fortune. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.